Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today I am here with a sew the look for you all. It's been a little bit since I've done one of these, and actually I have one planned for this, obviously this one for this month, and I have another one planned that's already sewn up for August as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any of the real fun and exciting things I've got planned. I mean, I've got plans all the way through the end of September, so actually, and a few even beyond. So you definitely want to be subscribed to the channel. Also, my newsletter. I will link that down in the description box, or you can just go to tomcatstitchery.com/newsletter. But you're going to want to sign up for the newsletter because we have a lot of really great and fun things that are going to be announced like here really soon in August. I've got a fun something that we're going to do on the channel and on Instagram and stuff, just kind of for everyone, a fun participation thing that you guys might be interested in. So you don't want to miss any of that. So make sure you sign up for the newsletter as well. Okay, let's talk about this sew the look. So back in May maybe, I did a 10 ready-to-wear looks, 10 summer ready-to-wear looks, and then the patterns and fabric to make them. I like to do that once a quarter, so once a season, and then I like to make a couple of those up. I can't make up all 10, but I do like to choose a couple of them and make them up throughout the season, and this is one of those looks. So this is the look that I penned, and I think it's from Boden, I may be wrong. I will leave a link to the original picture down below. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I have it linked on my Pinterest board and all that. So I will leave that link down below if you're interested in just buying the pieces, if they're still available versus making them. But folks, this was so easy to recreate. So clearly I deviated a little bit, and that I went with pink for my top as opposed to the royal blue that the model went with. But this is the fabric I had, and I loved the way that these two fabrics went together. And I mean, I could have done the blue. The blue would have fit in really well in my wardrobe, but I already had this fabric, and so it just worked out the way that it did. And I'm super excited to have these two pieces now in my wardrobe to wear together and also to wear separately. But I just liked it because it looked, the shorts looked comfortable. They look almost skirt-like, like skort-like. The boxer shorts kind of style is kind of in basically just those loose shorts that have like elastic all the way around the waist or halfway around the waist, seem to be very in right now. And I can also immediately picture what patterns I would put with these two pieces in order to recreate this look, and I think it worked out really well. So both of these patterns are actually Love Notions patterns, and if you're interested in either of these, I do have a code 10Whitney that gets you 10% off their patterns anytime, and if they're ever having a sale or a feature Friday, it gets you an additional 10% off even the sale price. So it's a good code to know. It does change per quarter, but that is this quarter's current code is 10Whitney. So if you're interested in either of these patterns. Okay, let's start talking. We'll start at the top and work our way down for this little outfit. So for the top, when I saw this inspiration picture, I immediately was like, well, that's the Love Notions Rhapsody. And if you've been following along with my channel at all, you know how I feel about the Love Notions Rhapsody. It's one of my favorite blouse patterns. I just love all the variations that come with the pattern. It's a blouse. It's easy to make. It's pretty quick to make. It's comfortable. You can make it in prints, you can make it in solids, you can make it in drapier fabrics or fabrics with more structure. I've done the whole gamut and have quite a few in my wardrobe now. However, this is the first time that I have made the optional ties on the shirt. I almost always just finish off the neckline with the bias tape, but then I use it as a bias facing and I just kind of fold it in on itself and top stitch it down. But I actually finished off the neckline as a binding this time around so that I could continue it on for the tassels, ties, not tassels, these aren't tassels. I may add tassels to these, I haven't decided yet. Like I did on my Loring dress at the beginning of the month, and I've got a little tutorial for you guys on that if you're interested in creating your own tassels, so I may still do that to this. I haven't decided yet, but anyway, I went with the Rhapsody, like I said, size medium with the full bust is the size that I make, and I did I changed up one little thing. I wanted this to be as close to the inspiration as possible, and it had like a little ruffle, like a little flute out. If you look at the sleeve of the inspiration, it's got elastic and then kind of like a ruffle that comes off that. So instead, I made the bishop sleeve. I did 3/4 because I wanted to wear this in the summer. But instead of finishing off the end of the sleeve with the elastic, like doing elastic through a casing there to make it just draw in at the hem, I actually sewed bias tape about, we'll see, 2 inches above the hem and threaded elastic through there so that my elastic is actually 2 inches above that to give myself a little bit of a fluted edge, which I thought was really cute. And then for hemming, and I got this actually from the cashmere at Briarwood when I was making that top, that kind of peasant style top. This is how they finish off the sleeves on those. I'm like, that's fun. I'm gonna, actually they just sewed elastic straight onto the fabric. But I didn't want, yeah, a long story. I was lazy and this was an easier, quicker way for me to finish that, get that same look. But for the hem, I just did my rolled hem on my serger and coordinating thread, and I think that turned out really cute. And for the hem of the shirt, I actually finished it off with self fabric bias binding. All right, so this is a fabric that I got off to Stashify, and you'll be hearing a little bit more about it at the end of the month when I do my July makes in fabric haul. But this was a linen that I grabbed off of Stashify. However, and it's hard to tell. With linen, it is hard to tell when you purchase it if it's 100% linen or not. It's a little easier if it's a linen rayon blend just because the fabric's heavier and has more drape. But being able to determine if something's 100% linen or has some polyester in it is really hard when you buy linen, because linen often comes with a sizing on it just to keep it crisp on the bolt, because linen, obviously, as we know, wrinkles. And then once you do that first wash, it softens way up. And after I did the first wash on this, I thought, oh, this isn't 100% linen. And sure enough, with the burn test, there's quite a bit of polyester in this, which doesn't make it the most comfortable to wear in the heat. But I still really like the shirt. So this may get pushed back until it starts to cool down here, like in August, or not August. It is definitely not cool here in August when it comes into the fall. So like when it's still warm enough, because I think I could dress this fall very easily as well as summer. We are going to Michigan in July, so this might be fine for up there. It just is not breathable. So, because there's quite a bit of polyester in this, but that's okay. I'm really pleased with how the shirt turned out. I wanted another linen one, and this one comes up, and there is linen in this. It's definitely not 100% linen. Probably a little bit more polyester than linen, judging by the burn test. Anyway, I shortened it 1 inch at the waist, brought the waist up 1 inch, which is something I always do for my Love Notions patterns. Pretty much do. But that's the only alteration I made, and it turned out wonderful. Like I said, pretty quick sew. This has a really nice pleat here in the back that makes it nice and easy to wear. Again, I did the binding around the neck edge to where I was wrapping the fabric over, and that worked really, really well. I used my Wonder Clips. I am new-ish to the Wonder Clip phase, or fad. Maybe it's not a fad. New thing. I know quilters have used them, I think, for quite a while. I use it a lot for my knits, but I thought, you know what? This could come really handy for doing binding. Because, you know, when you put pins in, it can distort the neckline, and then sometimes things don't lie right when you're going to sew. So I did the pins, or the Wonder Clips, and did them all the way through the end of the tie, and it worked a treat. So very pleased with, I went slowly to do my binding, and it just worked out really, really well. So I'm very pleased with how my Rhapsody turned out. And I like it with the shorts, but also just wearing it by itself or with other, well, not by itself, but with other different bottoms. I think it's going to be a really great addition to my wardrobe. And then when I was looking at the shorts for this look, there's quite a few different ones we could have gone with, but I wanted something that was a little more skort and not so much, a little harder to tell that it was shorts. So a little swingier shorts. And I had just made the Love Notions Tinley as a skirt, the straight skirt with the shorts underneath it. When did I do that? May, maybe? Love it, find it very, very comfortable. So I was curious to try out the shorts that go with that pattern as well. And absolutely love them. So these are the Tinley shorts by Love Notions. They have pockets. There are 2 different short options. There is like a full-legged short, which really looks like a skirt. you know, very loose and flowy, which is the version I made. And then they have a straight short, which is a little bit more like the Belize shorts that I wear, the Itch to Stitch Belize shorts that I wear all the time. I've not made that up. I made the straight skirt because there's also a straight skirt or skirt. You can put sew in the bike shorts under there as well. And then there's more of like a flirty, fuller skirt in the pattern as well. I've not made the fuller skirt and I've not made the straight shorts, but these fuller shorts are just delightful. This is the size medium and I made 0 adjustments, well, to the pattern. I did end up shortening them quite a bit when I was going to hem them. They were a breeze to sew, folks. I mean, the pockets were the most time-consuming part, and those aren't really very time-consuming. So they've got pockets, which I find very comfortable. It's got a flat front waistband and then the elastic that goes around the back. And so I'm able to get them on really, really easily. Now, when I made these up, I tried them on and they just felt too long, a little. It would have been fine as a skirt, I feel like, in that length, but as shorts, it felt a little frumpy to me. So I actually went back and I cut 2 inches off the hem, off the bottom of the hem on these shorts, and that, I feel like they're hitting at a really good length now. Not so short that, because it is a very full, you know, skirty short, that I feel like I'm going to flash anybody, but I feel like they hit at a better spot on my leg now. This pattern also does, it's a little bit longer in the back on purpose so that it covers more of your rear end because the fabric has to travel a little bit more. And I really appreciate that. You can kind of see that hanging out here at the bottom. I mean, I've also just had these like pinned to the mannequin, so they're not like on the mannequin, but they are just a little bit longer in the back, and I really appreciate that. But for the hem on these, I also did the rolled hem. I just changed the thread and did the rolled hem on my serger. I have 2 sergers, and I know that that is overkill. But I had one break, and I have to have a serger. I mean, I do so much of my sewing using one. So I bought a backup, and then the backup actually became the one I use the most. And then, anyway, so I had my other one, my older one, set up for rolled hem because of the luring that I did. I did a whole bunch of rolled hem on those ruffles, and then I did that briarwood that did some rolled hems on the sleeves on those. So I'm like, you know what? It's already set up for rolled hem. I'm just going to go ahead, roll hem the sleeves of this, and then roll hem the shorts on here. Made it so much easier. I actually also rolled hemmed the hem on a bias cut skirt as well at the same time, which that's maybe part of the sew of the look that you'll see in August. But anyway, really worked easily, and I'm very happy with how it came out. This fabric is a viscose challis that I got from a Sew Haley Jane box back in like March, maybe? It was this year. Beautiful fabric. I just love the colors on it. And I don't know, there's a lot that there's a little bit of lime green that every now and again I think could be really fun to pair, like something lime green with this shorts. Anyway, probably more winter colors, less spring, like a little cooler, but I think it works fine on the bottom, especially because I paired my warmer like salmony pink with it, which I think works perfectly with the pink in the shorts. And it's a really lovely quality. All the fabric that I've ever gotten in any of the Sew Haley Jane boxes has been really great quality fabric. So I can definitely speak to that. I do have a code 10 Tomcat. Ooh, what is my code? Tomcat 10 gets you 10% off your first box for Sew Haley Jane if you are interested in that. So, and sometimes she does have leftover fabric on her website, so there may be some of this over there. I don't know. She does put up anything that she has extra left over from the boxes on her website, and you can purchase it by itself. A lot of times it's like pre-cut, but you can go ahead and purchase the fabric if you are so inclined. So it's definitely worth a time to go check that and see if it's over there. But it's, yeah, absolutely beautiful. And I will absolutely wear these not only with this top, but with some of the other shirts in my wardrobe as well. They're just really comfortable, really comfortable, really cool. It'd be cute with like just a little white tank top or a white t-shirt. Or I've got my Aria that's kind of the salmony pink that would be cute tied over it. I mean, there's so many options. I have a salmony colored t-shirt, so many options. So I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of wear out of both of these pieces, but I'm also very pleased with how close they came to the sew the look. the ready to wear look. I just love doing that. Find it so satisfying. Anyway, there we have it. This is my first summer Sew the Look. I hope you have enjoyed this one. All right. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got a lot of really great content coming up. In fact, we got a really good one coming on Friday. So look forward to that video. I'm going to leave you hanging on that one a little bit, but we're going to be talking about t-shirts and knit things and this dress. You haven't seen this dress yet. People are going to be asking me, I'm sure. Wait till Friday. You'll hear all about it. Okay, that is all I have for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again on Friday. Have a good week, get some sewing in, and I'll see you then. Bye.